Hi Farfar, double D!
What are you going to do when Farfar comes out here, Sasha?
Double D you and hug you.
Okay. What are you going to do when Farfar comes out here, Zachy?
Double D him.
You're going to double D him too?
Happy birthday! Why am I always the one that's loud?
Oh, happy birthday, Farfar.
Oh, happy birthday, Farfar!
So, how has Dad contributed to my life? Let me contemplate this for a moment. First and most obvious is my existence, for which I am quite grateful. Thanks, Dad. I gotta say that I think Dad's offbeat sense of humor has translated and has contributed to my sense of humor and how I enjoy life. And I attribute that a lot to Dad. And probably most importantly to me is I think Dad's a great role model on how one can really get the most out of life even in your older years. A lot of older folks will kind of withdraw, and I feel like Dad is expanding. That's highly unusual, and it's real admirable, and I really just real proud of the way he's getting so much out of life even in his later years, and I look to him as a role model.
So Dad, what have you contributed to my life? Well, in reflecting upon that today, I came up with a very long list of all the things that I feel that have had a large impact on my life. First and foremost, I feel that it's your sense of humor and the creative way that you employ your sense of humor in a variety of circumstances in order to get yourself out of them in as graceful a manner as possible. You're brilliant at this, and I must say, so am I. So thank you for that. Also, your powers of persuasion, they don't come better than rayon hold. And I have to say, you are a master at figuring out how to position whatever it is you're trying to sell in the moment, an idea, concept, product, service, you're just a master. You're a master. And also, I would say, in terms of what you've contributed to me in my life, I would say it's the creative way in which you address whatever comes your way in life. Your creative problem solving has been invaluable for me in terms of how I approach problems that come my way, and certainly how I approached my illness 8 years ago. So thank you for that, and thank you for your unwavering optimism, and for your love, and for your generosity.
All right, so we're talking about how Dad has contributed to our lives. And the list goes on and on. So I was tasked with trying to come up with just the top ways that I feel that he has contributed to my life. And if I were to boil it down, which is a hard exercise to go through, I would say a couple things. First of all, we've all talked about his sense of humor, and I think that has touched us all very directly, each of his children. So I think Dad has an unusual, fun, contagious, and irreverent sense of humor, which we have all picked up on, and it manifests differently in each of us. But I think it's a way of getting through life. It's a way of navigating through life, using your humor where it's appropriate and in different circumstances. And I feel that that's definitely something that I have applied both as a child and as an adult. So the sense of humor is a big part of it, I would say. I think one of the other things that strikes me is really living each day to its fullest. You know, Dad isn't about regrets. He isn't about looking too far into the future. It's about what are you doing today, and how are you today, and what's going on right now. And so sort of appreciating what's happening in the moment, and also appreciating what you have, as opposed to what you might not have or what you would like to have, I think is a really important quality and an admirable quality in Dad, which is just to be happy with what you have. And to me, that's really important, and I try to apply that to my life each and every day in terms of what I have and really appreciating it. So that's a big part of it. I also think, you know, having a real sense of confidence and a combination of confidence and maybe problem solving. But I think that's something also, at least traditionally, that can be lacking in girls in particular. But growing up with a strong sort of sense of self and self-esteem and trying things that you might not ordinarily want to try, and going after it and not doubting yourself. And I think it has served me both personally and professionally to really have I think a pretty strong sense of self and a good sense of confidence. I think that's something that Dad has had, you've always had, all along. And yeah, I would say those are the top. There's a long list, but that's where I would end the list right now.